Female changelings may huck Tua on it before they swallow that baby. Like, literally swallow the baby. But here's a quick video on all the lore that you need to know about the changelings that justify, or not, the changeling milking farms, which is where they dismember them, tie them up like animals, throw a tube on their butts, and then suck that sweet changeling honey. So let's quickly go over the history of how we ended up getting to the changelings, because there's actually a really interesting timeline here that starts with the Wendigo and Doppelganger. And it all started with the Skinwalker. And Skinwalkers, contrary to popular belief, are actually shaman and druid combo classifications that were twisted. Healers that no longer wanted to do and serve their people, so they began to sow seeds of chaos through those communities. But you may be saying, well, how did they do this? Because there's no way in hell an Ares spirit of lightning and wood would allow a tainted druid to do things. Well, in all the gods, you're right. No spirit would allow a tainted druid, with the exception of one that has not been showcased yet. That's right. Rix's spirit of corruption and sea was the one that gave original shaman/druids that would later become the Skinwalkers their abilities. And the Skinwalkers would later cast a curse that was known as the Crush of the Wendigo upon unsuspecting victims that upon eating the heart of another would give them an insatiable hunger that could not be quenched. And this is where things get kind of dark, because it wouldn't be until later that the savage hunger would meet a savage lust. Because there are tainted fae, and some of them are quite feisty, such as the Doom Nymph, which anytime you mate with a Doom Nymph, you will die. They are constantly searching for people to sleep with, to suck their soul and life force from. So upon running into a Wendigo, she exchanged her body to be eaten in return for his soul as they made love. And from that deadly union that would result in 2 corpses would come the infamous Skin Ripper. This is when we actually start getting into things that resemble something like a changeling that we would know from lore and folklore. Because the Skin Ripper was an abominable creature, almost decayed humanoid elk-like creature that, by its namesake, would rip your skin off, and upon ripping your skin and wearing it over itself, would gain your memories and your vocal cords to be able to slightly mimic you. It couldn't potentially get all of your memories, but it would know enough about who you loved, where you lived, what would be some call signs that people would react to. And it would repeat the process of luring these people out, kill them, rip their skin, and build a collection that it stored within its guts. Now, the thing about the Skin Ripper is it did not have the Curse of the Wendigo on it, but it did have a need to breed. And this is obviously where we're not jumping into details, but it would find human, dwarves, and orcs in order to reproduce with, and that would create the doppelganger. And the thing about the doppelganger is this is where they become a lot less volatile in their status. The thing about the doppelganger, though, is the fact that it had the ability to see someone, turn into them, and it would not just get a surface glimpse of them, but upon making physical contact with them, it would be able to penetrate deeper into their mind and learn more about them just through skin-to-skin contact. And this is how doppelgangers would actually form personalities, by touching just a ton of people in a non-DD style. Because they are born blank slates. All they know when they are born is, I need to touch something. I need to garner an identity. And then through the unions of doppelgangers, and through the union of doppelgangers and fairies, they would create what we know today as changelings. So apparently this is going to be a multi-part video, but there is something you do need to know. Part of, if not all of this information, is going to be found in the mating manual, which will let us dive into historical points such as religion for like the Cyclopses. If you want to support it, grab a Ruby Gold sub to get access to the mating manual, or if you want to be a part of the mating manual or get a character in the lore, grab a diamond sub.